Hey guys and gals, this is Alex with Legendary Apartment Brokers here in Kansas City. Today is St. Patrick's Day, Monday, March 17th, 2025. This is the KC Multifamily Minute, where I break down every single new listing that comes on the market, MLS, LoopNet, etc. That's $500,000 plus for multifamily investors. Really only looking at stuff that's built before 2020, and there's a lot of reasons for that. Email me, Alex at legendaryapartmentbrokers.com to find out why. But as we do every week, we got some stats for you, so let's get right into it. So this week, what do we got in the open market? So there's 57 listings out there on Zillow, LoopNet, my website, legendaryapartmentbrokers.com. Sorry, not LoopNet, but Zillow, Realtor.com, Redfin, etc. All the big listing websites out there. There's 52, however, 34 are available, which means there are 18 that are under contract, but you've got an opportunity to buy 34 of those that are still out there. That's $500,000 plus. My best guess is on there, I bet at least half of those are $500,000 to $1 million, probably even more than that. But then over on the LoopNet side, we've got 31 properties that are listed there. 27 of those are available. There are 4 under contract. And this week we have 5 new listings to look at. 5 of those are on MLS, and then there is going to be another listing I'm talking about on LoopNet that I want to bring to your attention. You'll find out why here in just a second. So for podcast listeners, I've got my website pulled up with the 5 listings that are out there. They're spread out across the metro. I'll cover why these would be good investments for you for your 1031 exchange or if you're an active investor. So let's get right into it. So first up, we've got a duplex. This is just a duplex here. Podcast listeners, I'm zooming in. Surprisingly enough, it's really between Raytown, Kansas City, and Independence in this tiny little pocket here off of 6508 Marsh Avenue, Kansas City, Missouri, 64133. These were built in 2020. These are very large duplexes. Both have 2-stall garages. They have a modern feel to it, luxury interiors. I mean, they're large, but the list price here is $579,000. It's $579,000. For a duplex. So you're looking at, what is that, $290 or so per door. Rents in this area, you're going to be looking at hoping to get $2,000 plus to make the numbers work for you. So for active real estate investors or 1031 exchange people, this is going to be where you have a lot of cash you want to put into something that's going to be easy to maintain and manage for the short, medium term because it is new. So that's why that could be a fit for you for 1031 exchanges or active investors. It's going to take a lot of cash to make that deal work, okay? So let's zoom back on out. Let's look at the other 4 new listings, open market here we've got today. Next up, let's go ahead and head on over to this one here that is, well, actually, we're not even going to talk about this one. This one was a duplex we talked about on Jarbo. So 4742 Jarbo for $549,000. You can see it's a very similar price to that other duplex we just talked about. However, this one's right by the plaza. I don't think this one has garages, so it's a lot different type of property, a lot different type of clientele, more of the prestige of the plaza, and some of the other, I guess, urban core things that are going on down there. Okay, so we talked about that last week. Not going to talk about too much more here. Next up, I'm going to go skip all the way down over here to the southwest side of the metro here in Gardner, Kansas. This is still Johnson County, Kansas. We've got ourselves a very large duplex that is in Gardner, Kansas, $552,000. Garage is on, all over the place, looks like, very large. Currently, the owner lives in one unit, rents out the other. If you're curious of where this is at in Gardner, it's actually on the south side of Gardner. It's something, again, if you've got a lot of cash, you love Johnson County, and you believe strongly in the southwest side of the market, this could be a good fit for you, okay? I'm sure that a lot of investors would be looking at these duplexes, would be living in one side, renting out the other, or have a strong cash position, all right? Okay, so next up is a 6-plex. For podcast listeners, I'm zooming in here. This is in Olathe. This is on the west side of 35. It's a 6-plex. It's a converted house that is listed at $595,000. So essentially $100,000 per unit. I wouldn't be surprised if this is no longer available here by the end of today in terms of it being under contract, because a sixplex, regardless if it is a converted house in Olathe, is going to have a lot of people knocking on the door there. Now, I don't know what it looks like inside because there are no photos. I don't really know what rents are, but even if they're all studios, I think it could be a good fit. Just looking at the exterior, it looks like at least it's clean and fine. Like I said, very large converted house, maybe even a garage in the background there. So if you're into getting into the market right now, it's going to be competitive. We can look at it today. At least we can look at the details of it today and see where they're at from a contract perspective. Okay. All right. So zooming back out here. Let's see here. We've got one more really to kind of, I'm not going to talk about it for a very long period of time. Podcast listeners, there is a property out here in Kansas City, Kansas for $725,000. Sits on about an acre, kind of close to the river. I don't even know if this is in the flood zone or not. We're not going to spend any time talking about it. It's got a couple houses on it. Got a big acreage. It's got a garage. So not typical for multifamily investors that are looking at traditional multi-unit deals, okay? But it's $725,000. If you like that kind of stuff, let's reach out. Let's talk about it. Okay, let's get our bearings here again for podcast listeners and YouTube viewers. That's really everything new on the open market here in the MLS. Covered all these here in detail. So let's see here. Let's hop on over to LoopNet. So we've got one that's shown up here listing. You might recognize this is actually exclusive listing I have in North Kansas City. I'm going to zoom in here. It's in Gladstone or just south of Gladstone on Antioch Acres. Backs up to a park. It's 26 units for $1.85 million. That's about $71,000 per unit. Occupancy I just checked is about 90%. Actually, it's a little over 90%. It's above 90% now. There's only 2 vacant units out of the 26. And it's a good cash flowing property if you got the right management team. You understand the building. This is, in my opinion, a great deal that you can get your hands on if you've got somewhere around that $1.85 million that you want to spend. It backs up to a local park. It's in a good school district. Now there's 20 one-bedroom units. There are 5 studios and 1 2-bedroom, 1 bath. Okay, so it's a good mix of units in there. It's across 2 different buildings. They do have flat roofs. Might need to be replaced soon, although no active leaks currently or anything like that. So reach out to me. Let's talk about any of these deals. This would be a good one for your 1031 exchange, or if you're an active real estate investor, you want to get into North Kansas City or expand your North Kansas City footprint. I have lenders that I know will lend on this because they like the location, they like this building style. So reach out to me, Alex at legendaryapartmentbrokers.com, and we'll talk soon.